And so, Hilary, what do you think that the benefits of starting this Listening Well initiative are?
I think tonight has been terrific because there have been a number of meetings where people who are cross shout at the people who they think are responsible for the reason why they're cross. And actually the way tonight was organised, we're listening to each other, people have different views, the fact we were sat in groups, the fact that Deborah Cooper from the council and the police and officers came and said this is what we're trying to do, and residents talked about their own experiences. And many of those stories that I've heard before as a Member of Parliament, I think it was something that Paul Money said, if this was an easy issue to deal with, we'd have solved it before. It's not, it's very complex, but I thought tonight was really positive and I'm glad that I was able to come.
And do you think that, obviously, sometimes it's clear that the people from the community are feeling a little bit disheartened and feeling like tangible change isn't really possible. Do you think that this is a step towards the people in the community actually feeling like their voices are being heard now?
I think it's really important that is the case. It doesn't mean the answers are easy, but as a result of previous events, not quite like this, the council said we're going to increase the cleansing that we do. They've now got a dedicated team of police officers that there wasn't here before to help manage and enforce the zone. And we heard from one of the police officers this evening what they're doing with the men now, taking them and making them listen to the stories of people from the community about what it means to them, having their daughters propositioned, seeing stuff going on that you shouldn't have to see in the middle of the day, which is outside the terms of the rules of the zone. Now, I proposed the independent review because as the local Member of Parliament, I reflected on all of the things that people were saying to me, and it seemed to me that the zone having been established in 2014, now is the time just to take a step back and say, is it working? Clearly, from what we've heard again tonight, if the women are working outside of the managed area, well then the zone is not working because people aren't keeping to the rules. And I've said from the beginning, if it's going to work, if the public are going to have confidence, people have to stick by the rules, the hours of work and the places where they do their business. That is clearly not happening. The reasons for that are complex, but I think the independent review will be a really important opportunity for everyone who's got a perspective, and there were lots of different views expressed tonight, to say, well, this is what I think.
And what you heard tonight, obviously some of it was quite graphic and quite emotive. Was this something that, as the MP, and that you think that the council and the authorities in Leeds were aware of? Were you aware that things were so bad, or was this something that was shocking and new for you to hear?
To be honest, in terms of the stories that I've heard tonight, I have heard before as a local Member of Parliament, because I spend a lot of time talking to people. They send me emails, they come to my surgery, so I'm aware of that. It's always difficult to get a handle on exactly where in relation to the area, but part of the reason I proposed the independent review was it seemed to me that the terms of the deal, and as we've heard, prostitution has been a problem in the city and in Holbeck for a long time, as long as I've been the Member of Parliament here, which is nearly 20 years. So it's not new. Obviously it's got a lot more profile, and some people have come into the area because of the coverage. And there was the BBC programme, which has led to a lot of people who knew nothing about Holbeck thinking this is what Holbeck is. This is not the story of Holbeck. Holbeck is a fantastic place, rich in history. Just over there is the burial site of the great Matthew Murray, the engineer who designed some of the very first railway engines. This was part of the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. The area is regenerated. There's lots of exciting things happening. Lots of people like to live in Holbeck, and it's important that we remember that. And I think the other thing I would say is, people have said to me, I want the zone to end, and I absolutely understand that. And then someone said tonight, so the zone is abolished at midnight tonight, and what's going to happen tomorrow? And that's when the conversation gets a bit more interesting, because people say, I see what you mean, and then there are lots of different suggestions. But I think this is a really positive evening, because everyone who came will feel they had a chance to express their view. The decision makers were here, they listened. I came to listen, as I try and do all the time as the local Member of Parliament. But the test will be what comes out of the independent review, and whether people think that the changes, solutions, whatever they are ones that respond to what the residents had to say to me.
So just sort of finally,
Yes.
in your personal opinion, and obviously having listened to the people who live in this community and who are affected by it, what are you hoping that the outcome is from this and from the independent review? And also, do you think that a managed zone can really work?
It's a really important and a difficult question, because the powers that be tried a different approach in the past, arresting the women. Eventually they get taken to court, they get fined, they come out, they need to work more because they've got to pay the fine and then raise the funds for many of them, sadly, have drug or drink problems, abused childhoods. I met one of the organisations and spoke to two of the women who had been working in this area in the past and heard their stories. That's the one thing we didn't hear tonight, but we heard the impact of what the business of on-street sex work does to the local residents. In the end, I want the residents to feel that things are getting better. I want residents not to come out of their house and see people having sex in the street, not to walk over condoms and needles when they're taking their children to school in the morning, not to have their daughters or their wives and girlfriends propositioned by men who've come to the area. I suppose those are really the tests, and the original idea behind the managed zone was to try and get it out of the residential areas. Is it working on that basis at the moment? No, it isn't. So we should be open. And I welcome what Deborah Cooper said. All options are possible, but it's complex and it's difficult. And if it was easy, we wouldn't be having to have meetings like this. But I thought it was really positive.
Thank you so much.